Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we normally do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at auntiederek.com. But today is a very special day. Today is Saturday, August 8th. And I'm just going to introduce my co-host. With me on the mic, I have the fabulous, gorgeous Moon. Hey, Boo.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for being here. And I also want to give a shout out to the listeners that we have in here, such as Pecky, Slayanka was here earlier. And of course, always shout out to my audience who is holding it down in the chat as well. But you all, I have a special treat for us today. So, if you all have seen the latest season of Top Chef season 23, you notice that there was a fabulous winner by the name of Rhoda, who I can say I predicted that she was going to win from the beginning. And this is from so just a little bit of a background. I've never seen Top Chef before season 23. And the only reason I watched it was because my boss suggested it because they were going to be in the Carolinas and I'm originally from North Carolina, and I love North Carolinian food. So I say, let me give it a look. And I enjoyed it, and I will be back for the following seasons. However, uh, there was the winner, Rhoda, and we have a special treat today. We're going to actually chat with Rhoda's sister and her fabulous sister. She even appeared on the show. Her name is Katrina Madbitong Sign. So, welcome to the show, Katrina. We're so happy to have you.
Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here. Kind of surprised, but yes, I'm happy.
Please don't be nervous. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a good time. Well, I just have a few questions to ask you, so we'll just go jump right in. Well, Katrina, you look stunning supporting your sister Rhoda at the finale. How has life
Thank
been
you.
since that episode dropped?
Um, it's been kind of normal, I guess. I couldn't expect people to be watching Top Chef, so I didn't like go announcing, "Hey, my sister's on Top Chef," because it was kind of weird to do that because I don't even know if they were watching it. So it's just immediate family knowing it, and when it came out, recording it ended October, and we all signed NDAs and we can't say anything, so we could not say we like knew the outcome, but we couldn't say anything until the finale came out. So honestly, it's just been a relief that it's done now, and we don't have to hold it anymore.
Oh, I understand because I can imagine like during like you wanting to say something about it, but you just know you can't, and those NDAs are solid. So,
They are. I just
well,
had to make sure I was policing like everybody in my family. Like, please don't say anything.
I get it. Now I have to say though, after the show had finished filming, I respectfully disagree. I would have my sister just won Top Chef. My sister just I would have just been at the grocery store. Hey, how are you today? "Oh, I'm good because my sister won Top Chef."
It's funny because some people, like one of our neighbors here, just texted me and said, "I was just watching, and look who I saw on TV." And she was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I said, "Why? How can I announce it? I don't know if you watch Top Chef. That would just be weird."
No, there are a lot of Top Chef watchers there, especially including me,
Yeah.
being the first time watching with your sister season. But speaking of that appearance on TV, I actually have a little bit of it. So people, let me just share this article here. People actually did an article where they announced that the top three finalists were visited by some of their relatives, and they had a clip of that. So I'm going to first share the article from People. Look at just they put the winner in the middle, honey. You see that? The winner in the middle. But I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Let me share my screen. I'm going to play a little bit of the clip where you were able to walk in and Rhoda talked about you. Give me 1 second. And shout out to everybody in this season. Kristen, the host, Gail. I love me some Gail. And let's watch. And I'm actually just gonna fast forward a few seconds.
Okay, sorry. This is fresh. It really is. You know what they say, like, you gotta just smell it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Did you just make that?
Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Beautiful. I'm sorry, what? I know this dish like the back of my hand. Who made kare kare?
Think you like it?
Yeah. Oh my god!
There's more coming.
Wow.
Is that like a Malagasy curry?
Maybe. We know some people who know some people.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You're kidding me! Are you serious?
I'm just so happy to see my sister. I needed that hug.
My sister's here.
I see Rari, but I can't believe it's her. To be in her embrace, it feels like everything I needed.
You have to all introduce yourselves.
Tell us your name and what you made.
My name is Katrina. I'm Rhoda's sister.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
And you're
I'm
the
second
next.
oldest.
Yeah, beautiful.
I made this Filipino dish called kare kare.
Beautiful.
My name is Meiri. I'm Sherry's older sister. Sherry's the proud.
Okay, I'm just gonna end it there because this is Katrina's interview, honey. So, but no, so the kore kore. Now, can I ask a question? It looks
Mhm.
like, is that oxtail?
It is oxtail.
It looked delicious. Looks delicious. Now, we have a question in the chat asking, did you watch Top Chef prior to this?
Um, I watched all seasons prior to. Rhoda's been an avid watcher, and when she started watching it, and we were still living together, I would watch it because she was watching it. But I didn't really get to dive into it because the first few seasons of Top Chef it was a little too tense for me to watch, and I don't like watching reality shows that have a lot of tense moments like that. So, but when she told me that she was asked to join Top Chef, I kind of went through whatever seasons are available on Peacock, and I just watched it just to kind of look at what she's going to be up against.
Shout out to Peacock because that's how I was able to watch the latest season.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a true
Well,
sister doing recon. I love it.
I love that. Okay, now question because Rhoda actually mentioned in an interview with USA Today that you being at the finale, of course, was a secret, and we know that there were NDAs. But she mentioned that they allowed her a phone call, and she spoke with you during a video phone conversation. Now, she said that you didn't say anything, but there was a look on your face that suggested that you may show up because she says you're, and I quote, a bad liar. What do you say to that?
Um, I think it's because prior seasons of Top Chefs have had, usually like a family member visit. So maybe they were thinking that, but the way this season is going is not typical of the other seasons. So everything was up in the air. So when we had I honestly don't even remember when they reached out to us or to me about maybe going on the show. They obviously it has to be a surprise. So I was wondering, are we going to get to talk to each other before then? Because I wouldn't know what to say. And I know that somebody is always like when we have those calls, somebody was also filming. So I really can't say anything. So I feel like she thinks it's going to happen. So maybe she's seeing something in my face. I don't know. I'm really just trying to keep the secret a secret.
Rhoda said she knows her sister. She's like, there was a look on her face that gave it away. Y'all ain't telling me nothing. I know my sister gonna be here, but when she gets here, I'm gonna act surprised. Allegedly.
I think at that point too, the contestants were just so homesick. Like they had they couldn't have their phones. There was no connection whatsoever. When she told me about it after, they don't have their phones. They get told like when they have a call, and that's the only thing. Like they can't really email or anything like that. So they felt like really super isolated.
Absolutely. Yep. And I've learned that by watching a lot of reality TV. A lot of the contestants, whatever show, they can't even look at the internet, can't even look at an article. They are truly isolated from the outside world. So I can imagine seeing you was so refreshing. Well, so we're gonna get deep a little bit because, my next question, now in that same interview with USA Today that Rhoda did, she mentioned that you both moved from, the Philippines to the US when she was only 17. Now,
Hmm.
as her younger sister, was this move terrifying, exciting, or both?
Um, I think because when we were growing up, we've heard that we were going to migrate since I think I was in second grade, maybe, and it took a long time, however paperworks go, to come here. So it was just like out of our mind already until the paperwork became current. I was in third year of high school in the Philippines, and I didn't get to do my last year of high school. Rhoda's already like started college, so that wasn't like that was the last thing in our minds. So it was more it was more like a shock because we kind of have established our friends, our lives in there, and now we have to leave. And it was just me and her. My dad was already here, but he was a merchant marine at the time, so we don't really see him a lot. We have our grandparents on my dad's side of the family, but we didn't grow up with them. So like everybody that we grew up with, we were gonna leave. So it was more heartbreaking than anything.
Oh my, I can imagine. And you mentioned your grandparents. I did
Hmm.
read also that your grandmother had a food truck. Was it a
Uh,
food truck or a restaurant?
and so this is our maternal grandmother. She had a like a small cafeteria in front of a high school in the Philippines.
Oh,
Yeah. And so we would help out um, we would help out with preparing the food during the weekends for their food prep for the week.
nice. Oh, and you said like it was a shock. I can't even imagine. And so you were in the second grade, weren't able to finish your third year. So that leads me to believe that you were somewhere around maybe not, you were definitely under 10.
No,
So
I mean we were like because in the Philippines when you um the we heard that we were gonna migrate since I was younger. So by the time the paperwork came through, it's been years. So we didn't even expect it to even happen anymore.
I
Yeah.
see.
So I was from 7 years old to like 16.
My goodness. And we have a comment in the chat saying there's no junior high in the Philippines.
No, there's no junior high. So after sixth grade, you would just go straight to high school.
Now, we have a question in the chat asking what is their year difference, but I know better than to ask a woman her age, so we're gonna skip
Oh,
that question.
it's I don't really mind. It's okay. Um,
So, yeah,
yeah.
so what is the year difference?
For Rhoda, so we're almost 2 years apart. I'm 41. So she's turning 43 this year.
Oh, millennial gang,
Yeah.
Nice. Well, shout out. This is a fabulous 41 and 43, and so and speaking of other things that are fabulous, while looking at your social media, I learned that you, Katrina, are a when I say super talented baker, I don't even think that does you justice. I actually want to show the room. I took some screenshots of some desserts that you prepared. So the first thing I'm going to show them are these seasonal cookies, honey.
Oh,
This
yeah.
looks like my kind of. Let me make sure you all see the correct slide. This looks like my kind of carrying on. So this looks like it's chocolate and, powdered sugar and just something that I will overindulge in, and my goodness, that Katrina, girl, so that's that one, so that and then let me show them another one. The cherry berry cherry berry cream cheese danishes.
Oh,
Gir
yes.
girl, oh, but I want one right now. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness. And now I'm about to blow everybody's mind. Let me show y'all this thing that she did for her friends, honey. Let me show y'all this wedding cake that Katrina did for her friends, honey. Girl, look at that. Look at that. Katrina.
Yes.
And it's in
You
my favorite
ate
color.
that, ma'am.
That's my favorite color. It's
I
beautiful.
forgot about this one.
Do you hear Do you know how talented you have to be as a baker to forget that you did something like this?
Well,
Katrina.
the other cake that I did a more recent wedding cake, so that's what I was thinking about when you mentioned it.
Oh my god, this is absolutely beautiful.
Thanks,
I was
babe.
blown away when I saw this. So we have a hand. So go ahead, Camille.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi.
Um, do you prefer to um, make desserts or entrees or both?
Um, that's a good question. I like the technicality. So let me give you. I'm a food science major. I like
Oh,
Oh,
I like the technicality of baking.
wow. Nice.
it definitely shows.
Yeah.
Look at this is clearly science.
Wow. And so, like, is this ube?
No, it's actually my friend is a BTS fan, so she wanted purple in a cake.
There you go, Moon.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, it's purple. This should be my cake. Oh my goodness.
So, what was the purple made of?
It's all vanilla frosting, and I just did kind of like an ombre of the purple. The flowers are hiding the darker purple ones, so you're only seeing but there's like an ombre of a darker purple and then light purple and then white.
Wow. And how do did you make this at home?
I made the pieces at home, and then we transported it, and then I assembled it at the hotel.
Wow.
So, do y'all see why I'm speaking? You see how when I showed them this, the only thing I could say was Katrina. Like this is amazing.
So, Auntie,
It was fun.
I don't want to ask my questions until you're ready for our questions. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you are good, honey. Thank you, because you asked some really good ones. Now, because the next question is just going to be like, it's a really cheesy question. I won't lie to you all, but it says, you share some incredible moments on your social media. What is the next major destination on Katrina's dream travel bucket list?
So my husband and I were talking about it. We just did, if you were looking through my Instagram page, we just went to the Philippines.
Wow.
Because the last time I went was 2010. So my husband has never been and the kids have never been. Um, so I took them, we took them this year. And my husband is Nigerian, so we kind of wanted to do, let's bring our kids to where we grew up. But he didn't really grow up in Nigeria. He grew up in London. So I think that's our next major trip is where he grew up in London.
Nice. Okay, and I'm sure he's going to introduce you to some of that because I heard about the fish and chips,
Yeah.
the beans on toast, all of the good stuff.
Well, the funny thing is, he said he doesn't remember much of the food there because his mom cooks a lot, so he knows a lot of Nigerian food. But yeah.
Nice. Well, shout out to your husband, your beautiful family, your daughter who just had a birthday recently on Tuesday. Happy birthday, princess. And now I have one more question for you, and then I'm just going to kind of open it up to if my co-hosts have any questions. But my last question is between keeping up with family, work, and life, what does an ideal Katrina self-care day look like when you just want to unplug and pour your own cup of tea?
It's baking. I find I don't know if you know who Claire Saffitz is, but she usually has like a weekly new thing that she bakes. So I find a project and then just dive deep into it on the weekends. Uh, I've made I've made her croissants before, which is very technical and time consuming, and that just clears my mind of everything. So I just find a project basically and make
That
it.
is awesome, and clearly it shows, like, if you can do that type of talent to relax, girl, I'm happy for you. Please do more of it. And we have a comment in the chat saying croissants are difficult. Yes, they are. I saw that process like on TikTok. I was like, oh no, ma'am. I'll just go and buy it.
That's what makes it fun for me is I just do it step by step. The one thing that I can't do is macarons, and it's just I don't think I have the finesse for that.
I don't think you applying yourself smoking. I'm just playing. No, you will trust me, honey. Based off of what I've seen, you will get there.
I think those are the things that I mean. I was just thinking about it. My mother-in-law was asking me, is there something that I don't want to do? And I say, there are some things that are just not worth doing, and I can get macarons cheaply from Trader Joe's, so I'll just get it from there instead of taking all that
Touche.
time to do it.
Touche. And shout out to those Trader Joe's desserts, honey.
Yep.
They're not as good as Katrina's desserts, but they're cute. They're cute for Lean around the house. But so that was actually all the questions that I had for you. But I do want to see if my co-host had any where we do have a hand raised. Hey.
Yes, I have a lot of questions, Katrina. So
Go ahead.
I
I
divert all
apologize.
my questions to Camille since she has them. I don't have any except for I want that cake. Can you make me one?
She's
You're gonna
close to
have to
you.
live here.
She's close to you, Moon. So
we'll talk after the show.
yeah. I'm also an immigrant from the Philippines, and I came here when I was 12 years old. So you came back this year for the very first time.
Mhm.
What kind of dishes and desserts did you crave when you
Um,
returned?
I just so the funny thing is, me and Rhoda are the same. We don't cook Filipino food
Really?
because it's just not as good as our parents. It just it just doesn't. My parents are asking me about it because I ask them a lot whenever they visit or whenever I visit. Can you please make this and this and this? And my mom would be like, why don't you make it? You can cook. And I said, well, you guys are still alive. You make it better than me. Why would I want to make it? It just doesn't taste the same uh,
Yeah.
if I make it myself. So, and it's like a food memory for me. So if I make it, it gets kind of tarnished, I guess.
Ah,
So when we went back to the Philippines, um, I just wanted all the seafood. For some reason, like the seafood here is different than in the Philippines. It's just sweeter over there, like fish is sweeter over there for
wow.
some reason. Like the my memory is just different. So I try to get as much seafood as I can. And then my kids, I just gave them as much mangoes as they can eat.
Yeah. Any other fruits that you kind of craved and like lanzones,
Oh, it
mangosteen,
wasn't
not in season?
yeah, it wasn't in season.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it was hard to we also were only there for 12 days.
Oh,
So it was kind of hard to just go from one place to the other and then get whatever we can. My parents tried to um like get crabs and just bananas and stuff, but it wasn't because we went back, was it May? It was around May. It
uh-uh.
was almost towards the rainy season, so there wasn't a lot
Wow.
of things available.
So, Auntie, I think she just dropped like big T there that they don't like to cook Filipino food.
Indeed. But I do have a quick question though. So when you all went over to the Philippines, did the kids try banana ketchup yet? Because I heard so much about banana ketchup.
I have banana ketchup at home here.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
can you please, Katrina, like
yes.
tell us about banana ketchup or tell them about banana ketchup?
It's hard to. I think I brought it one time to work with. Well, I don't know if Nicole was working with me then, because I brought some. You have to have it with egg rolls. It has to be banana ketchup. It cannot be the sweet chili sauce. Um, so I brought it I brought it to work one time and they're like, "Well, why is it red?" I'm like, "Don't ask me that."
Because it's ketchup.
Because it's
Yeah.
ketchup. Um, but in the Philippines, there were no tomatoes. It was bananas. So somebody invented banana ketchup.
Yes. So I'm sending a bottle to Auntie. So I said, fries, fried chicken, better ketchup.
Yeah, banana
Right?
ketchup.
I
Um,
wanna try it so bad.
Good question, Auntie. I have another question. So you and Rhoda don't cook much Filipino food,
Hmm.
um, but when you're together, who cooks the rice?
The rice cooker does.
Who's in charge of the rice cooker?
Did she just curse? Did she just say rice cooker? Isn't that a curse word? I'm just playing.
I think we've all accepted the rice cooker. It's just going to be there. I have a small one here. When I first got it, my husband's like, "Why do we have a rice cooker?" And now we always use it.
Right. I have a Top Chef question for you.
Sure.
When did Rhoda tell you that she was going to compete uh, on Top Chef?
She when she told me that she was thinking about it, um, she's already been asked, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, at least two times. And
Oh,
it's just never worked out, schedule wise.
uh-huh.
Um, and this was the only time when she was asked that she's able to leave the restaurant in capable hands. Um, and she doesn't have to worry about what was going to happen, because I think prior to this one, she was opening a restaurant and it was kind of her baby and she didn't really want to leave it.
Yeah.
Um, and so this time when she moved to Canoe House in Hawaii, she was able to find people to and talk to her manager, and everybody, it just all aligned.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long is the taping for like that one season?
It was, I want to say, at least 8 weeks.
Oh,
If
eight
if
weeks.
Yeah. Hmm.
Wow.
It was, and when I was talking about earlier, about how this season is different, there were some seasons before that, the contestants were allowed to go home prior to the finale
Yes.
meal,
Uh-huh.
like sometimes like months at a time, and then they could, like, stage at different restaurants prior to the finale. But for them, it was one day after the other. Um, and it was like super quick. And that's
Wow.
why, if anyone has watched the season, there's if we didn't know what the outcome was, there were some instances where we were like, and it's like, how the judges are. It's really like one day at a time.
Oh,
It's
wow.
one cook at a time. And it was, when Rhoda got eliminated and she just came back from winning Last Chance Kitchen, she went straight to the elimination period. So like her head was just spinning.
Wow.
And
So
so, yeah.
yeah, Sandra and I, who's in the audience, we're big Top Chef fans from season one.
Hmm.
So this is really fascinating. When they brought you in,
Hmm.
was this the first time you visited North Carolina?
Yes, yes. I believe, in South Carolina. I used to travel a lot for work.
Uh-huh.
I believe I went to, actually, no, I've been to Raleigh before.
Okay.
Shout out to Raleigh. That's where I'm
Yeah,
from Durham, so 15
yeah,
minutes away from Raleigh.
yeah. I've been to Raleigh before. Yeah.
And okay, how was the craft? Like, what did they serve you? You know, the craft. What's a craft like at Top Chef?
Um, we didn't really get to eat a lot.
I mean,
So,
don't answer if you can't. We don't want to.
well, I mean, we were all, the three family members were in just one hotel.
Oh, okay.
Um, and the schedule, I want to say, was kind of hectic. So I got there it like almost at nighttime, and then the next day we did the cook, and then the next day was the finale cook.
Oh, so you had like a day, like a morning to cook kare kare, like get the ingredients.
We had like about 3 hours, I want to say.
The same time as the contestant. Y'all not competing? Why didn't rush y'all to put what?
We What's funny
Wow.
is, what's my well, I don't even know if I can say this.
Don't say it if you know.
I made a dessert that night too.
Oh,
It just didn't make it in the edit.
wow. That's Filipino for you, 110%.
So, Katrina, like I said, it was actually Camille who suggested that I watch because, like, I'm originally from North Carolina and I love our food. So I was like, let me up. But I said from day one, oh, Rhoda's gonna win. She's got, and Camille can even attest to that. I was like, oh yeah. And again, I haven't seen an episode of Top Chef before this, but what led me to believe that Rhoda was gonna win was because of the way that the judges were acting to her foods compared to the other. Like, of course, you saw like the other contestants. They were like, "Oh, this is good," but when
Hmm.
Rhoda's food reached them, they were like, girl, what you do with this chicken?" I was like, they were like in love with her food. So when she got voted off, when she was eliminated, Happy was Camille was the one
Yeah,
that told me that they would have the last chance. So I was like, oh, so she has a chance to come back. And then she
Hmm.
informed me that Kristen won that way also. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
she's gonna win. I called it from day one. I just want to say I knew that's why they think I'm
you
psychic.
did. You did. Now, you know what what Katrina served. I don't normally, serve that to my American friends. That's kind of daring. Why did you think of, serving kare kare?
Um, when they contacted the families, they asked us to think of a dish that is memorable for the contestants.
Oh, okay.
So I thought of kare kare because every time Rhoda visits, that's the one thing she requests from my parents to make.
Wow. And that's difficult to make, at least in my in my
Um,
mind.
I would have made caldereta, which is what she made for the finale, but I know she was planning on making that for some time during the competition, so I didn't want to do a repeat. I
Wow.
didn't know she was doing it for her finale meal, but I know she's was thinking about it when we were talking prior to her joining. She's thinking about, if she gets far, she'll make, like, she'll try to make caldereta.
Wow. Well, for my friends here and for the listeners, if you ever go to a Filipino restaurant and feeling daring, order kare kare. It's actually really good. It's peanut butter based, oxtail, right?
Which is funny because I just found out that um, Nigerians also have a peanut-based stew.
Oh wow. Now,
So
did you serve bagoong?
it has to have bagoong, and
Oh my gosh.
they knew what it was. They know what shrimp paste is.
So they ate
Um,
it?
they ate it. Yep, yep,
Impressive.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing what I mean. It's amazing what they. I'm probably the pickiest eater in that bunch, in that table.
Wow. Okay. For my American friends, I kind of don't introduce. This is Katrina. You could probably describe what it's like shrimp bait.
It's shrimp paste. I mean, every Asian country I found out has their own version of it. The funny thing is, bagoong, which is shrimp paste, is the first thing that Rhoda made when we were younger, when we were still in the Philippines.
Wow.
Everybody requested that. Like she could sell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Oof.
and I think that's what started her into thinking I can do this. I can cook.
Wow. So between my cousins and I, we say that they're taking our ube and now calamansi, which is like our lime, and
Yeah.
we want to keep our bagoong to ourselves.
It's
Sorry.
too, I mean, it's obviously strong flavored. You don't need a lot of it, but it has it's a must. You have to
Yeah.
have it. Hmm.
Oh,
I'll
thank
pass
you.
the mic
Love
to Nicole.
this. Yes, go ahead, Nicole.
Yes, I'm sorry. I kind of caught off guard. I had a Top Chef question. So you had said that Rhoda had thought about if she had got far enough that she was going to make. I can't. I'm not going to mess up the name of that dish. I'm just won't.
Yeah.
I refuse. Um, that she had thought about what she was going to make. Did she kind of have I do they kind of map out what they want to do or what they want to pull out of their pocket, or did Rhoda do that along the way before she even started the show, or did she kind of like on the fly like, oh, I can just pull this out of my hat? Because she's very talented. I'm like Derek when I saw her, and I had told you, I'm rooting for her. I was just like, yeah, yeah. And then when she went to Last Chance Kitchen, I was like, well, damn, now I gotta watch Last Chance Kitchen. And I don't ever watch Last Chance Kitchen. And I've been a Top Chef fan since probably season 2 or 3. Um, so yeah, did she plan out a lot of the things that she was going to cook? Can you say that? I'm not sure.
Um, I don't I don't think the competition itself allows that because, you
Mm,
know, because the the challenges have a specific ask for it.
hmm
You can get creative, but at the same time, you can't kind of push what you want because there's like parameters with the
mm,
cooking. So I think for her to make caldereta is 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 really like it really was a finale meal because for the most part, the finale meals for Top Chef is um, cook us the best meal of your life.
hmm
So they have kind of free reign. So she was able to do that then. Now, if there was if I don't even know what kind of challenge would put caldereta in, but it reminds me of the second episode where she made the short rib with the gochujang, so the
mm,
really spicy one. That kind of
mm.
reminded me of kare kare.
Okay.
Did
Well,
you guys see?
congratulations to the both of you.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Did you guys see each other like after the show in the hotel
Oh
room?
gosh.
Kind of.
Um, yeah, so after the finale, we all went to their loft. I was able to see where they stayed, all the contestants. But after that, no, we have not seen we have not seen each other's in the finale. I don't think so, actually. She's been so busy, so busy.
Oh
Booked and busy.
wow!
Okay. Shout
Yeah,
out to Rhoda.
So is she back at her restaurant? Is I
she
mean I'm sure.
is. She is, but she has a lot of engagements.
Yeah.
She's I think she's booked out until next February,
Oh,
I
good
think.
for
See,
her.
what I
Yeah,
say, booked and busy.
she
And
has a lot of collaborations with the Top Chef contestants. Um, and I really wish I could be at her collaboration with Lawrence in December because
Oh,
I've kept in contact with Lawrence's wife. We really hit it off during our very short time in North Carolina. So I wish I was there, but I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, he could
wow.
cook.
He could
He could
cook.
cook.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those super talented. I mean, they all were very talented.
But yep, and if Rhoda didn't win, I knew it was gonna be Lawrence as well because they were kind of
Yeah.
given like not as like as much as they did with Rhoda's food, but they were like because remember the ribs that you were referring to, that baby, those judges stuck those ribs off the bone, honey. But
Hmm.
the next week they just kind of nibbled. It was like, oh, it's cute, but Rhoda, girl, Rhoda, this.
You can kind of tell the way that but the show is definitely heavily edited. There was a lot of things that they had to cut because of the time constraints.
Wow. Well, there's a Top Chef favorite. Nicole, you know this from past season, and he's based in Maui, and because of that, like the minute I stepped foot in Maui. We went to his restaurant, so I'm sure Rhoda. What island is Rhoda in?
She's in the Big Island.
Oh, even better. My
Yeah.
favorite. Wow.
Yeah, I'm hoping she does have a collaboration with Sheldon as well, but we'll see.
Sheldon, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but you guys have talked over the phone, right? I mean, you guys kind of
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
share like, why did you cook this? What,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We always whenever I have a food question, I would always go to her first.
Wow. And at what point did she decide to, you guys are both cooks. At what point she goes, you know what, I'm gonna do this professionally. And were you
Um,
scared for her?
I am not sure actually. One day she just said, "I'm going to Le Cordon Bleu." She's just gonna study cooking. Because when we first came here, we were just kind of I was still in high school, and she's just finding her footing, what career she wants to do.
Wow. All right. Well, you said that you have the rice cooker cook the rice. So between the two of you in the kitchen, who cleans the dishes?
I do.
Okay.
I've always been the cleaner, and she's been the cook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, even though you go to her for like maybe any food advice, does she come to you for any baking advice?
No, she does not.
Well, she should.
She has if you go to Canoe House, they have a great milk bread. Um, it's the best.
Nice. Well, Katrina, I know because the princess she wants her mommy, so I won't take up any more of your time. But I want to thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for chatting with us today. I think this is an amazing conversation, and I learned so much. And I got to show off your wedding cake, honey, that you just think is like, oh, this is something for friends. No, that is but it was a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes. Thank you, Katrina.
Thank you.
Well, you also, and as the plan, like I said in my email that I sent about this, I also prepared some tea for us to discuss today, some of the hottest tea that's in the news. So let's go ahead and jump right into the tea, honey. And because my chill is not here, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's tea time.
That was my thing. I was gonna do that.
All right, you muted, Auntie.
Oops, sorry. The the first thing that I have for this tea session for Saturday is Stefan Diggs. So, honey,
Oh
he's
Lord.
back in court. And you all should see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. And let me make sure I share the correct slide. But here we are, and it says Stefan Diggs, male sexual assault accuser, is accusing me. It says that he's accusing him of being a media whore. And hold on, give me one second because I got something that's stuck. I'm just going to refresh, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, so like I was saying, honey, so let's get into this. Stefan Diggs claims his male sexual assault accuser, Christopher Griffith, is full of it and only trying to make new claims in their legal battle in an attempt to get more publicity for himself. The NFL star filed court docs obtained by TMZ opposing Christopher's effort to amend his countersuit and to add new evidence to support his claims against Stefan. As TMZ previously reported, Christopher claimed Stefan sexually assaulted him at his home in 2023 and then had members of his family and friends beat him up a week later. Stefan denied the claims against him. Christopher recently asked the court for permission to add claims. Stefan defamed him when he spoke out about the lawsuit on social media. Stefan wrote, "Mama's a nigga lying on my name because he got caught stealing." In his new filing, Stefan said his comment wasn't defamatory because it was true. Stefan, who just signed a 1-year deal with NFL's Washington Commanders, said Christopher has mischaracterized documents and relied on innuendo and selective snippets. He insists this was all done to better serve his attempts to amplify media attention, noting Christopher has appeared on pop culture podcasts like No Jumper and Vlad TV. Mhm. So, yeah. And I mean, I can't argue with that when he says like, he's using, what was the word that he used? He relies on innuendo and selective snippets. I can't argue with that, and the reason I'm gonna, agree with that part of it because I can even show y'all something that was just posted by Christopher Blake Griffith last night. Let's go straight to his Instagram, when I tell you I saw this, this was messy, honey. Let me share my, screen. Child. So you should I won't play the song because, this is going over to YouTube, but he used Destiny's Child's T-shirt in this girl, and it says, "Tell lies about me, I'll tell truths about you. It's been my destiny since a child." So, baby, what he's, showing in these photos that they wearing each other's shirts, honey. Let's go through these
Mm,
pics. Mhm.
Okay, wait a minute. Wasn't he on the thing saying, but trying to say, I'm not gay, this and this and that, but then he keep putting out more evidence that that's not the that's not the case.
That's what he said, girl. Because I was there. I watched him say it. He said that he is 100% heterosexual. No, didn't he say? No, that was Johnny Gill to say he 210% heterosexual, allegedly. But yeah, he said he was heterosexual, and which is why what Stefan is saying is absolutely right. He is relying on innuendo and selective snippets. So this does now we know that this is let me wear my man's t-shirt, honey. My man, it smell like my man. But yeah, there's more, honey. I mean, and
Hmm.
then he gonna put the definition of a commander. Let's read what he wants us to see. It says so it's a one in an official position of command or control, such as a commanding officer or the presiding officer of a society or organization. So are you saying Stefan is your commander? From here on out, I'll be your commander, like Kelly Rowland, honey. What's going
Mm-mm,
on, honey?
mm-mm,
Oh,
mm-mm. He need to pick a side of the fence. How about that?
he want both sides, honey, allegedly.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Look, if words have power, imagine a prayer. Ooh,
ooh.
what you praying for? On your knees. Ooh, ooh. And
He
what
being
is
messy
this?
today.
And it's so I guess this guy's tattoo where it says "Got your hat," he gonna cross it out says "Got your shirt." So but there's more, honey. This is honey. Look at this shirt right here. He's wearing that same shirt. Looks like in New York. Oh, girl, and is this a pride flag? Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Oh, oh, look here. Look here. He need
Look
to
the
stop
same.
telling these tall tales.
I mean, well, if he's saying he's not gay, he might be 100% correct because I feel like he's bisexual. He goes both ways. So
On a
technically,
technicality, you say
yeah,
on a
technically,
technicality.
they work in court. So,
Technically, I'm not gay. Technically.
that-
Hmm.
but
You
we
of the
know.
community, sir.
Yes, honey. I mean, but I'm saying this is. I know me personally. I've never. Well, no, I can't say that because there was a close friend of mine, and I thought his shirt was really cute, and I wanted to wear it to a club. But to wear it like this many times, no. This to me, this looks like an intimate relationship. I'm sorry. So, but
I
yeah, these are
said that
all.
how many shows ago? I said, mm-mm. This is what is that? A scorned lover, or
Mhm.
an extortion, or maybe he set this up to be an extortion caper. Scammers is sophisticated these days. I don't know.
Baby, hell hath no fury like a bottom scorn, honey. Allegedly, allegedly.
that's what he acts like a scorn. He acts like a scorned woman, actually. If I'm gonna be
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm.
Yeah, and to be fair, because I know if you have your brother and his goons beat my ass after I denied you sex, yeah, I'm gonna take your ass to court too. But I
I,
mean, pick a
I think
side
he
though.
might. I feel like that's just his story, but I think it was a lover's quarrel. Something happened, and then he did have him beat up.
Yeah,
I don't think it's for denying sex, because men don't turn down sex. I don't care.
and I oop.
Men don't turn down. They put their thing in any hole walking. Now, maybe. I don't know. I know women turn down sex or be tired or don't, but men, I don't know.
And look at this girl. So this looks like he's wearing the jacket from this set. This is like a whole sweatsuit. So these are the pants. Here's the jacket. Ooh, you take the pants out. Oh, so look, top, bottom. I told y'all he'll have to feel like a bottom. Allegedly, allegedly.
I cannot.
Well, y'all, that is that on that, and I will continue to follow this mess like I've been following this next story that we have. So Chris Brown, America's favorite cokehead colorist, allegedly, but he is pretty much fighting. He don't want Maria to get that money from his tour, honey. He was like, "Look, she doing too much." And you all should see I just shared here by way of TMZ. Chris Brown fighting ex housekeeper's effort to redirect profits from Usher tour. So, girl, let's get into it. So, Chris Brown is fighting his former housekeeper's efforts to redirect his profits from his tour with Usher into her pockets as she tries to collect on her nearly $13 million judgment from a lawsuit Chris lost. The singer filed court docs obtained by TMZ objecting to Maria Avila's moves in court to have all of his present and future income assigned to her, including his tour money and royalties, until the eight-figure debt is satisfied. As TMZ reported, Maria was awarded the massive judgment after her lawsuit against Chris over a 2020 dog attack at his Los Angeles mansion. She claimed the dog viciously attacked her and caused severe injuries. Chris denied claims of wrongdoing, claiming Maria provoked the dog, but a jury ultimately sided with Maria following a trial. In his new filing, Chris said Maria's effort to grab all of his current and future income is way too broad and well beyond what she can get under the law. Maria previously claimed in her papers Chris had made no effort to satisfy the judgment, prompting her to pursue these collection efforts in court. Chris and Usher are in the thick of a nationwide stadium tour with 33 performances from June to December. He said, "Honey, look, that's way too broad, honey, and that's way well beyond what she can get under the law. Tell her to leave me alone. I give it to her when I get it to her. Do she take checks? Do she take post-dated checks? I don't know, but that is that on that. Hi, Shakoya, welcome. That is that on that, honey. Enough about that cokehead colorist. And what we got, y'all, this story here. So I think we actually discussed this briefly last year, believe it or not. So do y'all remember me discussing briefly about Faith Evans was suing over Biggie's estate? There was somebody in Biggie's estate that was upset that he wasn't privy to a lot of information and stuff. So she pretty much like, look, I'm thinking about my kids, for this money's supposed to go to my kids, essentially. I'm paraphrasing, but girl, this is not good news, unfortunately. You all should see, I've just shared here by way of All Hip Hop. Faith Evans loses major ruling in Notorious B.I.G. estate fight. Girl, I hate that people keep on going through it with these estates, honey. Well, let's get into it. Wayne Barrow just won a major court battle over control over the Notorious B.I.G.'s catalog, and it's a massive loss for Faith Evans. According to Bloomberg Law, a Delaware judge ruled that the trust controlled by Barrow, which holds assets from Biggie's late mother, Valletta Wallace, is a legitimate member of the LLC that co owns the rapper's music catalog and likeness rights. This means Evans can't keep Barrow and the Wallace estate locked out of the money locked out of the money flowing from the primary wave music deal. The whole situation stems from what happens after Primary Wave acquired a 50% stake in Biggie's catalog in February 2025, right around the time Valletta Wallace passed away. Barrow claimed Evans seized control of the business and refused to distribute the Wallace Trust shares of the proceed. Judge Kathleen St. J. McCormick opened her ruling by quoting Biggie's own lyrics from 10 Crack Commandments, which warned to keep family and business completely separated. Evans tried to get the Delaware case paused while a separate will challenge plays out in Pennsylvania, where Biggie's children are claiming Barrow manipulated their grandmother into naming him trustee and executor. But McCormick rejected that argument, ruling that the two cases involve independent legal issues that can be resolved separately. The judge made clear that whether Barrow keeps his role as trustee in Pennsylvania doesn't change the fact that the Wallace Trust is a member of the LLC, period. The primary wave deal was reportedly worth around $100 million and gave the company stakes in Biggie's music, name, and likeness. Biggie himself, also known as Christopher Wallace, became a legend in the mid 1990s with tracks like Juicy and Big Papa before his unsolved 1997 drive-by shooting. Damn, homie. So the judge said, look, I reviewed all the information. That's that. And he is technically a legitimate member of this LLC, so you can't keep him out of things. Well, that is that on that. Okay. Oh, another piece of not so good news in court. Megan the Stallion. And I hate I mean, this my baby been just going through it, honey. I would just want this girl to just have an easy time just for a minute. Like, damn, can she get a year? Shit. But anyway, you all should see what I've just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Megan the Stallion loses bid to toss former photographer's lawsuit. Well, let's get into this, honey. A federal judge has refused to end Emilio Garcia's lawsuit against Megan the Stallion before trial. This leaves a jury to sort through competing accounts of his time working as her personal photographer. According to XXL, Judge Gregory H. Woods denied Megan's request for summary judgment Friday, finding enough disputed evidence surrounding Garcia's workplace claims to keep the case alive. Garcia sued Megan, Megan the Stallion Entertainment, Hot Girl Touring, and Rock Nation in 2024 after working with the rapper for several years. His complaint alleges that he was underpaid and subjected to a hostile work environment. He also accused Megan of repeatedly commenting on his weight and claimed his compensation structure was changed in a way that reduced his earnings. Megan's attorneys have denied the allegations, calling them fabricated and describing the lawsuit as an employment dispute being dressed up as sensational claims. The most widely discussed allegation stems from a 2022 trip to Ibiza. Garcia claims he was riding in a moving SUV with Megan and several women when the rapper began having sex with one of them beside him. According to the suit, he could not leave the vehicle and was later told, don't ever discuss what you saw. Megan's legal team has disputed Garcia's characterization of the incident and his broader account of the working relationship. This case had already survived an earlier attempt to substantially narrow it. In 2025, Woods reportedly allowed claims involving an alleged hostile work environment and certain wage and hour issues to continue while dismissing others. Further, Woods found conflicting evidence on issues involving Garcia's working conditions, compensation, and other surviving claims that cannot be settled at the summary judgment stage. His attorney, Rob Zambrano, said Garcia is looking forward to having his day in court. No trial date has been set. Both sides are expected to submit estimates for how long the proceedings will take before Woods places the case on the calendar. Girl.
Child, it'd be hard to have these people employed because that's that's crazy.
And I just hate like, hi Chili, welcome. I just hate the language of this. Like they're just making her seem like they trying to make her pretty much seem like, Madam from All the Queen's Men. Like, and just making her seem like she's a nasty person to work with and
Loosey
making her
goosey. She's just having sex with a woman in the car with everybody in the car. Like what?
They want to
yeah.
bring Megan down so bad, so bad. It's really shameful. Cause she's a very independent, sexually free woman, and they can't stand it. They can't stand it.
Yep. We have a comment saying they try to make her to seem like she's a sex crazed harlot. Exactly. Her name is not Auntie
Exactly.
Derek. Like, please.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if she was, it's her business. She
And
ain't asking nobody for nothing.
I don't think she would have sex with someone in a car full of people. I'm like, okay, that's a bit much.
Well, I mean, she might. I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
just, it's
Freak,
always something
freak,
with her.
freak nasty.
Right? She's a freaky girl now. But hey,
I think she's a lot more talk than she is.
you think she
I
talk
think a little
big?
bit.
Yeah, she
I
might.
No,
think.
'cause I heard about them people that be in anime, honey. I heard they like to, where's that saying? Lay it low and spread it wide.
Shut up. Shut
Allegedly,
up.
allegedly. That's what I heard.
Drop it low and spread it wide. Man.
Well, these people.
Well, speaking of dropping it low and spreading it wide, honey, let's talk about the self-proclaimed Princess of Thoughtlandia, Portia Williams.
Okay.
Oh God. Ugh.
You all should see. I just share here by way
Oh,
of TMZ. It says Real Housewives of Atlanta star Portia Williams scores big in divorce battle, gets multi-million dollar home. So at least we got one court win we could talk about. Well, let's get into it. Huge win for Portia Williams. She scored a seven-figure divorce settlement and the house from her ex Simon Gabardia, and she told a judge he agreed to quickly pay up the other money he owes, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Portia says Simon transferred his interest in the Atlanta mansion once they excuse me, in the Atlanta mansion they once shared to Portia through a quick claim deed. Portia says Simon also agreed Portia is entitled to $1,568,181.63 in reimbursement from his share of the property's equity and further agreed to give Portia the title to a 2021 Rolls Royce Ghost. Under the agreement, Portia says she has full authority to refinance the home or sell it in a commercially reasonable manner without Simon or an arbitrator being involved. The docs say Portia and Simon confirmed the settlement terms under oath during an August 5th hearing, telling the judge that telling the judge the agreement resolved all of their remaining issues. In her filing, Portia pointed out Simon already agreed to the terms of the consent order. The former couple married in November 2022, but Portia filed for divorce in February 2024 after just 15 months of marriage. And then they end with put the champagne on ice. Listen, I know that's right, baby. Look, we have a conversation, queen, okay?
well, I guess. I guess you. I don't know.
Listen, get every penty from that motherfucking Nigerian Trump supporter. Get all of it. Fuck
Oh,
him.
he's a Trump supporter. Oh, okay. I
Hmm.
guess I won't be too bad about it, but I can't. Somebody who don't. What's the only job she had was the damn radio show.
Yes,
Ugh,
this
child.
and I thought she was so good on there. she,
Ugh, child. I'm so sick of her. She another one. Ain't got. What do you do besides being you? What else do you do? Cause
Yes,
I'm sick
that's
of
that's enough. She said she the princess of Thailandia, honey.
ugh, oh God. Anywho.
Listen, I'm just glad it wasn't the other way around. She had to give her his money.
Hmm.
Well, speaking of giving money, honey, let's talk about Savannah James. How Hermes, the Hermes store, honey, in Italy, how they threw they known for throwing shade at black people, which is why
Yeah.
I feel like there's too much information out here that shows that this happened to a lot of major black celebrities, right?
Louis Vuitton too.
Louis Vuitton too. Well, you all should see. I've just shared here by way of radar online. Savannah J says Aramis, a saleswoman, was fired after she was allegedly turned away despite having an appointment. So that's the gag. They had
Hmm.
an appointment to be up in that motherfucker, and they still turned them away.
Yeah.
Girl,
Well, they treated Oprah crazy, so Um, I watched a video earlier, and I put a thing on there. I'm that friend. Her friend. That's me. I'm the crazy friend. I am. And and as I've told you, my BFF, my golden girl, who is in the building right now.
Hey, golden girlfriend. Hey, girl.
She's probably like, "Oh my God, why did you say something?" But yes, I am that friend. Oh, I'm finna act a fool. Don't worry, she ain't gonna say nothing, but I will. Hold on.
But why would they turn away a person who obviously has an appointment, knowing that some black people have money? This was
They
strictly, to
racist.
me, a racist event.
Oh yeah, well Italy is very racist.
Very, I know.
mhm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Mm.
And then I won't read the entire article, but it just said because Moon pretty much summed it up. Like that's what you saw in the video, and it was the friend who pretty much had to because the friend was the one who made the appointment. Her name is April, and she was like, Savannah, she's more like she don't like too much drama, so she was gonna kind of chill out about it. No, fuck that. I'm about to no, and then they say says April claimed the confrontation was escalated to the point that the saleswoman was ultimately fired. She said, "I'll be back for you. I'll be right back." We had an appointment, she said, trailing off as she called, if recall how the employee allegedly treated them. April, meanwhile, said she immediately went into defense mode for her friend. And I said, baby, you caught the wrong one today. She recalled describing Savannah as very nice, but making it clear she was prepared to confront the situation herself. Yeah, that was fucked up. They always do that shit, and Hermes is known for doing it. Now, y'all, I guess, because they so, oh, these niggas can't, N words with the hard ER, they can't afford, like, because, I think if I had like a Croc Kelly Hermes bag that I'm thinking off the top is like $30,000. If I remember correctly, I remember once upon a time, the cheapest Birkin bag, Hermes Birkin that I saw was like $12,000. So,
The
Auntie,
cheapest.
Auntie,
Oh.
there are a lot
yeah.
of wealthy black people in this world, and Hermes know this. We
Hmm.
see rappers and everybody carrying their bags and wearing 15 diamond chains at the. Come on, come on. Savannah may not be that kind of aesthetic, but they know better.
They know
They know
better.
better.
It's the racism.
It's what
And
it is.
they should have had a change in policy when they messed around with Oprah. And was it the Birkin store out there or something like that? Everybody should have been on notice.
Well,
No,
her
it was
But
well,
Hermes
it was
also.
on in America when she wasn't in Italy. She was right there on what's that famous drive?
Rodeo?
Uh
Rodeo.
Are you
yeah,
talking about? I thought she
oh
was over out the
Yeah,
country
I
where
think
she.
she was
it
overseas when
was
that happened.
She was
it was
overseas. Yeah, she
oh
was
okay. I thought it
overseas.
was my bad.
And I do believe she was in Italy as well.
Yes, because Rodeo Drive would never, by the way.
Oh okay.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Good.
I just read a
Not
story earlier.
not Oprah.
Um,
Not
oh,
Oprah.
not
Yeah,
Not
Oprah.
on
No, no,
Rodeo.
not
yeah.
That's
Oprah.
what I'm saying. Not Oprah.
Because there's a Louis
Maybe
Vuitton,
maybe someone they didn't recognize, but not Oprah.
but you still shouldn't. Like, there's a town um, in Glen. It's called Glendale, and it's right in between Burbank and Pasadena.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And there's a Louis Vuitton store there. And I just read a story on Threads earlier before we all got on this podcast. And there's a black man, and he's been a costume designer, and has a lot of clients. So he was waiting in line because you got to stand in line at
I
that particular
I
store.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was turned away, and he's like, I shouldn't have to tell people who I know or say I do this or I do that to walk into the store. But again, Glendale is racially known as a sundown town.
Oh.
So there's a lot of Armenian. Well, I'm not pointing out any ethnicity, but it is heavily populated with Armenian and several other types of Asians.
Okay.
Um, but for them to turn him away just for standing in line, now that's a problem. And this goes beyond just Savannah having she was in Italy, and of course, if she has an appointment, they should honor her appointment. But just to be turned away at the door, that's
With
an
an
even
appointment.
bigger issue. Yeah.
With an appointment. They didn't care.
No, no.
Well, that was the point that I was making, is that in Oprah in Italy I could understand. Savannah in Italy I can understand.
A little,
But
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, not that it's right, right? But I'm saying they don't know who those people are, so they're more inclined to be more racially profiled and in different countries because that's just how they are there. Here, I'm not surprised that that happened in Glendale. What I was just saying was Oprah could not walk in Louis Vuitton on Rodeo and be turned away. I just that
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
not
They would
her
know better. Yeah.
her yeah, that's the point that I was making, is they know better. And it's
Hmm.
Oprah, so she's more recognized. But again, I could understand if they're not recognized because their racism comes out in that way of people they don't know. And also, Glendale, you're right, is very heavily populated with Armenians and white people too. But I will say that they have been racist in Glendale for a very long time. Even Burbank,
Hmm.
even their surrounding cities.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just wanted to put that on in the chat.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a sundown town, and I used to work at DreamWorks, and there was a DreamWorks office in right there
Burbank.
in Glendale, right off the 134.
Mm.
Um, and I would, this was the high rise. It wasn't a campus because the campus was on the other side of the freeway. And I used to walk down and go, because I like me some Mediterranean food. And I walk into the shops, I'm like, why are these people looking at me crazy? And this was like 10, 15 years ago. Didn't have a clue. And it wasn't until maybe after I left that job, maybe about 5 or 6 years later, I was like, oh, I was in a sun. I didn't know that they were a sundown town because we go over there. I'm sure you've been to Porto's. We go over there and go to Porto's and have a good old time and get some pastries and stuff. And didn't ever had a problem. But yeah, it wasn't until later that I had learned about their history.
Mm.
Yep, Zanku too. Camille's like Zanku chicken. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I just got some education today too. I'm over here like gag, like damn, like son. I didn't even, but I knew like because when I my first time out in L.A., we actually stumbled across a trunk rally by accident when we visited Beverly Hills for the first time. So I
Ooh.
was like, oh yeah, I didn't know y'all got down like this over here, but
No, they get down like that. And also, too,
Hmm.
make it clear, they get down like that. Also, too, I don't know if you know when Jalen Brown during All Star Weekend, I believe he went over and threw an event down in Beverly Hills, and they shut his whole shit down.
They
They shut it
did.
all the way down to the
Yep.
ground, honey.
I don't remember that one. I believe you though. It's Beverly Hills. I believe you.
Yeah, and so basically, he I guess didn't know, and they didn't tell him, and he was angry, of course, and trying to figure out why that happened. But natives, they were basically telling him, "Well, you didn't talk to the right people. See, and the people that
Right.
you're talking to got you in Beverly Hills, and then got your event shut down, and now you out here mad talking about this, that, and the third." When black folks were telling him, "Well, why didn't you ask black folks? They would have told you where to go and how not to get shut down and not be where they don't want black people." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just thought that was I hope, and what I said on the internet was, I hope this opened people's eyes to where they want you to be and where they don't want you to be. It doesn't matter how much
Hmm.
money you have.
Exactly.
And we'll still keep buying Hermes and Louis Vuitton purses. I mean, that's the
Mm,
killing part.
Not me, honey. I don't have anything designer on purpose. I chose just not to do that. Prior to
Me either.
even the remember Gucci had that weird black face sweater
Yeah.
before
Mm,
before that, like, I just wasn't into it. I just thought that, why are we wearing Italian things when Italy doesn't. I was taught very early that Europe ain't the place, and so I just didn't understand why all these black folks um
Yeah.
idealized all this Italian and European wear. It just didn't make sense to me.
Well, that's their global strength. Even as racist as they are, their global, recognition, and
Hmm.
that's what they want.
mm.
And it's been what? It's been in our culture to covet um these name brands, the status that it gives you. Yeah, I mean, I hate when people are label whores. Or you guys remember that whole little craze where everybody had to wear those red clown boots? Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay?
What about those $25,000 jeans? What's the name of those jeans?
True
Gee.
Religion. No,
If
some
some
new
true
shit.
religion is 25,000,
No,
I
not
know
True
something
No,
wrong.
Religion.
they're called like something cross or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what
25,
I
baby.
will say is, I think where we messed up at is where it really changed the game is when we allowed them to take Dapper Dan. That's when
Yep.
I feel. That's where I feel like shit really hit left. Is
Yep.
yeah, they took Dapper Dan from us. They were like, okay, well, if we can't beat them, let's join them, and we're gonna give him a store, and we're gonna take his ideas and do all of these things. And I just feel like that's a continuous thing of always trying to. They say partner up, and it's really being taken advantage of, but that consistently happens. And for me, I just think that black folks needs to put their dollar in different places. That's why I have yet to steal this. I'm going on my almost on my second year of not buying anything from Amazon. It has to matter. My black and brown dollar has to matter.
I hear you.
Yep.
You standing on it. I love that. I ain't gonna lie. I ordered a couple of things from Amazon, but I don't order nearly as much as I used to.
Oh yeah. Honestly, like I told y'all before, Mackenzie still has shares, and so I choose to believe that my shares are going to Mackenzie. Whatever I purchase
Your dollar
is
supporting
going
her
to
side.
Mackenzie,
Right.
and that's how I get through. But my stance is I'm never going back to Target. They can kiss my ass. So
Oh, never.
No, I haven't been
Not
back there at all.
I mean, you gotta pick your poison. So right now, I'm 10 toes down on never going back to Target, and hopefully I can get to a place where I don't fuck with Amazon, but that'll be hard. And I mean, hell, shouldn't even really be fucking with Walmart, but my God,
I ain't gonna been in no
we could go
Walmart.
down the list.
I mean, one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? You pick one
Exactly.
until you can get to the next one. Mine so far is Target and Amazon.
Yep.
And I'm working on the next. I don't have anything, luxury or expensive, or
Right.
I don't got red bottoms. I don't have any of that. Like, even now I've stopped buying sneakers for real. Like, I've been retired for a little while.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Man, them big
Exactly.
red boots was a. I mean, that was
Honey, everybody
crazy.
wanted to look like a video game member. It was weird.
That
Oh
was
my
so crazy.
God, that was such a horrible. I was like, y'all some stupid people. Like, ugh.
Now you don't even see them anymore. I wonder how much
No,
you pay for
waste the
them.
money. Waste
Right.
the damn money. I was saying, where you gonna wear them to? To where?
Take a picture with. That's it.
Ugh, just stupid.
And
I
forever
digress.
be known as a clown, literally.
Okay.
You got proof that you are a clown. An expensive one, but a clown nonetheless.
Okay. Facts.
Well,
You
honey,
see,
speaking of clowns, honey, I hate to have to talk about this story like this because I mean I know it's a broader conversation about sexuality and all of that, but honey, Andrew Gillum, mm,
Oh God, I know. Oh, okay. Yeah.
girl, you all
That
can
baby
see where
needs
it
some
says
help.
here by way of TMZ, Andrew Gillum locked up again. Authorities say he tested positive for meth.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
him that time, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think he's a meth head. And I mean, and unfortunately, this is sad. The way he's spiraling is very sad. I hate to see it.
Yeah. Me too.
Yep. Well, this start Andrew Gillum's back in jail after prosecutors say he missed a drug test and then tested positive for methamphetamine. Baldwin County Assistant DA John Oxford tells TMZ Andrew is taking part in random drug testing known as color code drug testing. Basically, we're told Andrew is assigned a color by the court and he's supposed to call a hotline every day. If he calls the hotline and his color is read out, he has to report that day for a drug test. Oxford says Andrew didn't show up for his drug test on a day his color was called, so he was tested for drugs at his court appearance Thursday and it came back positive. As a result, he was taken back into custody. TMZ broke the story. Andrew was arrested for drug possession last month when cops say they found him with 3 grams of methamphetamine, 8 pre rolled marijuana joints, 4 cut straws, 3 pipes, and a bong, and a partridge in a pear tree. Anywho, Andrew passed the drug test shortly after his arrest, and there was some indication he might enter a pretrial intervention program. Unclear how this will affect whether he enters that program. It's been a steep fall from grace for Andrew. He was the mayor of Tallahassee, Florida from 2014 to 2018, and then ran for governor of Florida in 2018, losing a very tight race to Ron DeSantis. We've reached out to Andrew's camp. So far, no word back. Well, he in custody. He can't say nothing. What y'all want him to say?
They
Right.
said it's camp.
No word back.
The camera be like,
I
oh, he
had
in
just
jail.
said I had just asked Auntie, I said, where is Andrew? And sure enough, here he come popping up.
Yeah, he's still not hitting bottom. No, he's gonna hit bottom before he changes, because doesn't look like he's taking this, you know, to heart.
Well, and I think he has a drug problem.
He definitely
Yeah,
has an addiction issue for
that's what I
sure.
mean. He's gonna hit bottom before he really gets help.
And we have a comment saying, lay down with crackers, get up with crumbs. Oh,
Ooh,
Definitely. I don't care how
hell
careful you try to be. You're gonna wake up with some
Well,
crumbs.
and honestly, this is part of like the conversation we had. The demons of not being able to live your life and then
Yeah.
have to do things in secret and pressure to keep this facade going. And it's like, who are you keeping this facade going for? Who? Because it should be for us. Because clearly we know. So I don't know what is keeping you shackled to trying to maintain this facade and foolery. I
Well,
don't
They
know,
maybe
but I
he was trying to do it. I mean, it's out the bag now, but that kind of stuff fucks with your head when you can't live your, truth.
exactly. That's
But
what I'm
now it's
saying.
open, so like, what is he hiding from now? Because his family got to know if that's the case, or the public knows. So come on out.
child. In his case, for sure, but I guess it's easier said than done, honey, because a lot of times we truly underestimate how
Yeah.
homophobia and even transphobia like, they Funky Dineva made a good point when I was watching him the other day, and he
Hmm.
was like, "Let's put it into context. Do any of you have any secrets that you would kill somebody for?" I don't. But, yeah,
No.
so, yeah, these men are like people will, like, kill so that people will not find, especially someone who is trans attracted. You see the numbers show that it's black
Oh
trans
yeah.
women being killed all over the place, you know what I'm
Yeah.
Right. Right.
we but, like, that's how, like, it they would
Well, that's
kill for them.
happened. Yeah. I mean, we've seen it show. You know how much we watch these.
Yeah. People find
And
out, and yeah, you kill them. Yeah.
well, if you threaten people, and so just like even with like you said, if it's a secret, like David, like the
Hmm.
David secret, you
Yep.
tell
He
them,
threatened
"Oh,
to tell you.
I'm gonna tell your secret," blah blah blah.
Yep. He killed him.
Yeah, yeah. You threaten them. Oh yeah, if they perceive a threat that you're gonna tell their little secret, yeah, that's you put your life in danger.
Especially if they're on their way upward, they can see a path to where they want to be. Especially when
Hmm.
you're trying to break into entertainment or
Hmm.
anything like that, and somebody threatens to come out with that secret. I mean, yeah, yeah, that'll send people over the edge. But I think he was already on the edge. You don't just up and kill a person if that you don't have that
Oh
in
well,
you.
David
Or
was already weird. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. You don't just turn from a me to a killer. You just
Yeah,
don't
no,
do that.
he was already kind of on the edge, or
Yeah,
he was already a little satanic.
right.
But people who perceive a threat, they will kill people.
That's the guy who was found in the pool.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
oh, oh yeah.
oh. Well, and look, Funky Dineva was saying that on another show. It's like, "Baby, check the transactions. Check who he was last time." Look.
Right. Fuck with people's money, or they hate, or they mind, and it's on and cracking.
Right.
Y'all, well, this next story, I hate that. I wish we had better news, but remember, we've been talking a bit about Sam Monroe Jr., the actor from Menace to Society and stuff, who was having a bunch of health issues.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
has, it's not getting better, y'all, at all.
I saw
And
that.
yep, you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Menace to Society, Sam Monroe Jr. may end up in vegetative state.
Mm,
Medical decision looms.
mm-mm.
Mm,
That's
So
unfortunate.
sad,
yep.
and that's so hard. On the people that have to, the family that loves them. You're stuck in that limbo, and it's
To
hard.
make that type of decision.
Yeah, well, it might not be no decision to be made. If he's not brain dead,
Right.
he might, like Auntie said, be vegetative, which means living
Hmm.
later, and the turning every 2 hours, the feeding tubes, the trach, the infections, the pneumonia, the bed sores, the whole
Hmm.
gamut of what that means, and the care he's gonna get, and who's gonna provide it, and all of that.
Who gonna pay for it?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yep. And this starts Samuel Monroe Jr. remains hospitalized in Los Angeles on life support in a medically induced coma. And it's getting more apparent there may be no light at the end of the tunnel, his family tells TMZ. The actor, best known for his work in Menace to Society, has been hospitalized since April, initially going in for a severe case of meningitis, which turned into MRSA pneumonia. And from there, one severe medical issue after another piled up. Samuel's wife, Shauna Stewart, tells TMZ Sam's brain continues to swell because ventricles have enlarged and they're not holding the cerebral fluid, which is resulting in seizures. He's undergone 3 brain surgeries, we're told. She also says his left lung has partially collapsed. We're told Sam continues to have CT scans to monitor brain activity, but doctors feel he may end up in a vegetative state, and the family is struggling with making a very tough choice. As TMZ reported, the actor has been battling for his life for months in the hospital, requiring multiple blood transfusions, in a matter of days, as his body is decimated by MRSA, pneumonia, and meningitis, among other ailments. He's been placed on dialysis. And Shauna tells us the family who launched the GoFundMe back in April is in agreement that Sam will undergo 3 to 4 more CT scans, depending on the results. They may have to make a heartbreaking decision. Mm.
Oh, do you know what it's like to be in the hospital for 4 months going through what he going through? He already going through that vegetative state stuff already. Partially collapsed lung, blood transfusions, swelling in the brain that won't go away. Oh, oh my God. You don't know what that looks like.
Oof, I can't even imagine.
People, and people, they, we- I don't want to start a whole new conversation about this, but people be like, do everything you can, doctor. But baby, you don't know what that everything looks like. It may sound good, but it's very, very ugly. It's very ugly for the person going through it. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's based on what we've been following this story and based on what because we have seen very little recovery every like story that we've read with him.
Right, right. Line. He got all kind of lines in, and the infections that go with that, and just it's yeah, it's a lot. I really really feel bad, especially that he went so long without a diagnosis. Like, would he be here like this now? But I mean, you can't question, I guess, what happens in life. But yeah, it's just a sad thing to happen to him. Something that possibly could have been prevented had it been diagnosed earlier.
Yeah. We certainly wish him well. Like, I mean, if there's any chance of if there's a pinch of hope that will
Yeah,
get him through this, I'll holding on to it. But based on what we've been reading, yeah, they might have to make some really tough decisions.
don't sound good at all.
I haven't been following his mama's on Facebook. I need to go take a look. I forget her name. I'll look after the show to see if
Mm,
she's still being messy. Well,
God bless you.
yes. God bless him and God bless Alden Smith's son as well. So Alden Smith, remember we talked about him not too long ago and he suddenly passed away. Um, I think it was for, if I remember correctly, for CTE related issues or something. But you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Alden Smith's son to inherit late NFL star's estate, docs claim. So let's get into it. Late NFL star Alden Smith's estate will be inherited by his only son, according to the kid's guardian. Court docs obtained by TMZ reveal Alden left behind personal property, unclear the value of the assets. He was not married and did not have any children on the way, but he did have a 13-year-old son named Aulus Smith. The paperwork said Aulus is the only beneficiary of Alden's property. As TMZ first reported, Alden died in June at the age of 36. The athlete's friend found him unresponsive in a truck, and no cause of death has been released. Okay, so it wasn't CTE related. They haven't released the cause of death. And that was the one that was out like working with the homeless and doing a meal run.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
doing good for the community.
Man,
Wow.
well, that's that on that. Well, that was an easy fix. Y'all, I could not wait to talk about this story, honey. So we've been following like the Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban debacle and all of that. And we the last story we read was Keith Urban was allegedly feeling away that Nicole has moved on with her new millionaire boo. Well, honey, and it's a reason for that, honey, because he feel that if she moves on, he's going to be old and washed up, and ain't nobody gonna have or want anything to do with him any longer. I'm
What?
not
Whose
even
fault
kidding,
is that? Who? What?
Why would
What?
he even think
I
that?
know you fucking lying.
girl. And that's what Mo. I was reading this story, and I said, I know you fucking like really,
The
really.
audacity of a white man. Mm.
Why would he think that? He's an artist. He's a musician.
I
Women
don't.
throw
It don't
themselves.
matter.
I'm just
You
saying,
left her.
women throw themselves at people like him. No, why would he even think that? Like, what's going on there?
He told
Child.
her we can't repair this. It's over.
Yeah.
He
Because
left her.
the reason that he feel because this no, it's not billionaire, but millionaire man is pretty much making him look bad. Look, I guess making him feel
Whose
short like
fault is that?
Well,
that.
did he think she wasn't gonna get nobody after him or something? What?
You fucking
Uh-huh.
told.
And remember, based off of like where we read it last time, he thought that door was gonna always be open. So he thought he could
Well,
just play in her face, and then what you
the
said, never.
audacity. The audacity. Nicole said, I want to try and repair our marriage. We talked about this. She did not want to. And he
No,
said he gave her his ass to kiss. And
she didn't want
so
the
now
divorce, right?
this, because I don't know why you didn't think Nicole Kidman wasn't gonna get somebody. I don't know why you thought that Nicole been Kidman. Hold on. I don't know why you didn't think she was gonna get somebody.
Mm-mm.
Wake that up, Nicole Ben Kidman, honey.
Right.
And look, based on
So
what we read on
the
this show, honey, we've learned that she is a real ass bitch, and I love this for her.
You know what? The
And I respect
audacity
it.
of men, I swear to God. I swear to God. The audacity is through the roof.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
And
they
then
getting
you
it for
saying it
free.
like
Like
he a victim.
they're just giving away, honey, at the local farmers market or something. Just giving away our taxes, honey. That's what they
packages
be
of
acting like.
audacity, right? For free.
Pallets of audacity. What the hell?
Look,
Something
a
you
desk
fellas.
of audacity, a hammock of audacity
Oh my God,
Well, we don't feel sorry for you, bro. Okay.
at, at all. And this starts Keith Urban is reportedly terrified that Nicole Kidman has found romance with a new handsome and wealthy businessman less than a year after their split, Radar Online can reveal. The country crooner, who's 58, has found himself in an officially closed chapter of Kidman's life now that she is reportedly dating Michael Reinstein, as photos of the jet setting couple have emerged with the 59-year-old actress looking smitten. With Kidman officially moving on, Urban's VIP pass to Hollywood's biggest red carpets appears to have expired, as the Oscar winner was widely viewed as the true A-list draw in the former power couple, who married in June of 2006. He knows this gravy train is coming to an end. He rode the Nicole Kidman train for a long time. He wouldn't have been invited to the Oscars, the Golden Globes, or the big party she gets invited to. Longtime Tinseltown insider Rob Shooter dished during an appearance on Maureen Callahan's The Nerve podcast. Even after the divorce, as long as she was still single, they were connected. He still had the Nicole story to tell, Shooter explained about the power Urban still held following Kidman filing for divorce in September 2025. It was finalized in January. If she moves on, it's the end of that chapter. It's the end of that chapter. I think he's terrified it's over, Shooter explained about the fighter singer. The author of It Started with a Whisper then shared that the former couple's two children, 18-year-old Sunday Rose and 15-year-old Faith Margaret, haven't met Reinstein yet, but cryptically hinted that the girls are still deeply estranged from their father over what really happened that led to his split from Kidman. Wait until the kids get to know this guy and meet him, Shooter said. They haven't met him yet. I don't think they'll ever speak to their dad again. The kids know what happened. Nicole knows what happened. It will come out. It always does. It'll take a minute, but it will come out. He added about how Urban reportedly moved out of the family's house in June 2025 amid a midlife crisis, months before the news of the split became public. Kidman has primary custody of Faith, while Sunday is no longer part of the agreement because she became an adult in June. After the divorce, Ravishing Kidman remained a single woman until photos emerged of the baby girl star cuddling up to Beverly Hills private equity investor Reinstein in Portofino, Italy in mid July. The two were spotted enjoying Aperol spritzes at the iconic Belmont Splendido Hotel, leaning in close for flirty conversations from their side by side loungers. Weinstein was also photographed emerging from Kidman's room, with the actress briefly stepping out alongside him in a slinky white dress. It says slinky white silk camouflage and a matching skirt. The businessman, who has a net worth of more than $250 million, then picked up Kidman after her private jet landed in California on July 31st, pulling up in his $340,000 Ferrari 296 GTB sports car. So I bet he is devastated, but not because he loves her or he's a decent man. Shooter noted about Urban. He's devastated because he just lost the golden goose. She's gone and she ain't coming back. So that explains that. So based off of what Mr. Shooter said on that podcast, and I looked him up. He seems to be reputable. I don't know much about him other than what I looked up on Google. But yeah, he said he hasn't been invited to the Golden Globes, no Oscars, no none of that, honey.
Well, he's just a
Oh,
musician. He don't have to get invited to those things. You ain't of the industry of that industry.
he see who he really is now. That he was married to the fame, not he is the fame. Okay, okay.
I
All
couldn't
right.
wait to tell y'all about this damn story, honey.
Well, he brought it on himself, so okay.
Oh, you went through a midlife crisis. You wanted to move out the home. Oh, okay. Now you have it. Oh, oof. Look, Nicole Van Kidman. I'm gonna say that again. And the way she said, "Oh, you thought I was gonna be down.
And
You
let me go,
thought that
and
I was gonna be down."
remember we talked about too before even Michael Reinstein came into the picture. There was actually some businessman who had a crush on her that we talked, but I guess that never came to be.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
Nicole being Kidman.
yeah. You thought that you was gonna be the last pony that came through the show.
That's what he thought, girl.
Oh, I love this for him.
Same.
He
Love
thought he
this
was
for him.
famous for real. He thought, oh, okay, I'm just as famous as her. So when we get separated, things not gonna really change. I'll still get invited to everything. Um, yeah.
Nicole, girl, you better work. Well, y'all, this next story I have, honey, that stupid ass Miss North Carolina, honey, making us look bad. Look, and gag is, they be saying in the chat every day that we already slow over here, and this B word is making us look even slower. Miss North Carolina, USA.
Is she
So
black?
I was guessing South Asian, maybe like Indian, some.
Yeah, I
Well,
wasn't
I was.
sure.
She's something
Well, I know
Yeah,
not white, but I couldn't tell.
white presenting.
Mm.
she's stupid, whatever the hell she is. And, they
Hmm.
kill me with it because this is the same shit that Nicki Minaj tried to do at the UN, honey, talking about some Christians are just being persecuted for their religious girl.
What she
Child, please.
say? I know she ain't bring religion in this.
Oh,
You
she
don't
sure
say.
did, honey. And
You
you
don't
see
say
where I
that.
just share here by way of TMZ, former Miss North Carolina USA says, "I was targeted for my conservative Christian views."
No, bitch, you were targeted for using nigga multiple times and then trying to say it's a double standard. I don't know why we don't get to use it.
That's what I was
Bitch,
wondering.
fuck you.
Is she black? Because I couldn't tell.
Not black enough to be, because if we have to ask, that means she shouldn't be using that word.
Right.
Well, this starts. The former Miss North Carolina USA 2026 has spoken out after she was stripped of her title after she allegedly said the N word online, and she firmly believes she was targeted for her conservative Christian views. Brittany Bolton House sat down with Carolina Journal editor in chief Donna King in an interview published Friday, and she put it simply, stating, "I believe and think I was stripped from my title because of my political stance and my belief system as a conservative Christian woman." The pageant queen noted she is Mormon and added, "I'm proud of my standards. I'm a proud conservative woman, but I'm a Christian woman. I'm a God fearing woman." She did not address the resurfaced post, which allegedly included racist remarks she thought to have shared between 2017 and 2019. Brittany said she could not get into the details of her circumstances due to a confidentiality clause, but said she is at peace with what happened. describing it as a blessing in disguise. And despite the ordeal being an emotional roller coaster and putting her family under scrutiny as well, she noted, I see the light at the end of the tunnel and I know who I am and I know who I can and I know what I can become. Brittany also reacted to whether or not she thinks being a Donald Trump supporter is disqualifying in the pageant world, saying, all I can say from the information that I have today is what I believe and think is I honestly don't know. And as TMZ reported, the organizers behind the North Carolina competition announced Wednesday they were revoking her crown and giving it to runner up Mila Hadley. Tom Broder, chairman and CEO of Miss USA, did not address the specific allegations against Brittany, but said in the announcement post that the organization does not tolerate racism, homophobia, transphobia, nor language that strips any person of their dignity. Mm, mm.
This is very typical of these conservative people. They want to blame everyone else. They want to be a victim and blame everybody else for their actions and the things that they do. This had you they told you that your language we found your stuff. Didn't nobody talk about religion? We didn't even know you was Mormon. Didn't nobody know that you was a Christian, God fearing woman? Um, we knew you said nigga and probably with the heart ER, I don't know, but you said I don't understand why it's a double standard. A double that shit kills me. But it's typical for them people. That's a typical response.
Very on brand. Yes, indeed, honey. Well, that's definitely about enough about that stupid girl, honey. So y'all, we've been following Victoria Gotti and Carmine, her son Carmine, and his case and stuff. Well, and remember that like they tried to buy more time. The last time we talked about them, they tried to buy more time, for his sentencing, and because they wanted to do a kidney transplant. And they was like, well, look, if he they pretty much saying, look, bitch, you basically got 30 minutes. Is she gonna get the kidney transplant or not? Because baby, you look, clock is ticking. And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Victoria Gotti seeks new kidney transplant extension for Carmine as prison deadline looms. Look, they already told her as, look, y'all, you have 30 minutes.
He said what do you he gotta give the kidney up by Monday.
Girl. I, girl, like they look, they say we tired of playing with y'all. We've been talking about this shit since March. Is she gonna get the kidney or not? So this starts. Victoria Gotti is currently on the mend from a serious infection that canceled her kidney transplant from her son, Carmine Agnello, as they wait to see if they'll secure a rescheduled surgery date before he heads to the slammer. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the famous mother and son duo, the bloodline of mafia boss John Gotti, is waiting to hear back from a surgeon today to see when Victoria can be fit in for surgery. It does not look like it's going to happen by Monday, which is Carmine's surrender date, but they don't have a final answer yet. A judge said this week if Victoria has a surgery before or on Monday, Carmine's surrender date will be pushed until September 18th. As TMZ reported, Carmine is due to serve 15 months in prison after pleading guilty in September 2024 to wire fraud involving about $1.1 million in COVID 19 relief loans. TMZ is told the author and businesswoman is hoping to get a reasonable reschedule date from doctors so she and Carmine's legal team can take that to court to ask for an extension for Carmine to go under the knife before reporting to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. The family feels the judge has been understanding through this entire process as they are thankful for that, we hear. But they know Carmine's imprisonment is inevitable. And if the judge decides Carmine needs to surrender himself Monday, then he will. In case you missed it, the kidney transfer from Carmine to Victoria was scheduled for August 3rd, but she got a nasty infection, which made her ineligible for the procedure. Sources tell TMZ docs are diligently working to clear the infection, but she may not be well enough for a procedure by Monday. This is a very emotional time for the family, we're told, and unlike the narrative that's going around, they are trying not to play any games. I'm sorry. um, Sources connected to the family tell TMZ Carmine is not trying to get out of his prison sentence. His mom got sick and had serious kidney disease complications, and he simply wants to help his mom. And Carmine's goal is to have his kidney removed before he enters prison so he does not need to go through the BOP. And it finishes off. Sources say Carmine is the perfect match, has gone through all the tests, and was ready for surgery on August 3rd, but unfortunately, it simply could not happen. We're told he is not looking to shave any time off his sentence. He's just committed to helping his ailing mother. And TMZ has reached out to Carmine's attorney, Robert Beltrani, for comment, and so far, no word back.
Mm.
Didn't she say when it first came out that she didn't want the kidney if he went to prison? Am I tripping or?
I think I can't remember exactly, but I think you're right on the money. Because we've been following this, and it's just like they say, based off of what's been going around, we're not trying to play games, girl. I know that when she got that infection on the third, I know they were probably like, "Woo, thank you, Jesus." Son."
I feel like that's a setup. I feel like they got the doctor under their fingers. Tell them I got an infection and I can't have surgery. I think it's a delay tactic.
Yeah,
They
she's
trying to
been trying to
keep.
keep him out. I mean, she's been trying to keep
Hmm.
him out.
That's her. That's a mama doing some work right
Right,
there.
that's why I was like, "Baby, that's a mother." She said, "I'm gonna do whatever it takes by any
Hmm.
means."
Because I don't, low key, I don't think she got an infection. I think this is a ploy to keep him out of jail as long as. That's my thought. But God bless.
God bless indeed. Well, I have 3 more stories left on my list. This next one, so we've been talking about I hate that Happy left because she's pretty much the only one who knows who these people are. But Ariana Maddox and Raquel, they remember we just read that the courts pretty much ruled against Ariana, saying like, no, girl, like this is you can't say that this revenge porn is free speech. Well, baby, Ariana is still fighting this fight. And you see where it says here about way of TMZ, Ariana Maddox may take Raquel Leviss' revenge porn lawsuit to California Supreme Court. She said, I will not take no for an answer against this Jezebel. She been fucking my man for 10 something years. I'm gonna get her. Allegedly. Well, and this starts. Vanderpump Rules alum Ariana Maddox may take her revenge porn battle with Raquel Leviss to the California Supreme Court, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Ariana said she is considering filing papers with the highest court in the state after an appellate court recently sided with Rachel. Ariana asked for a hearing date in September 2026 to be postponed while she decided on whether to appeal, which must happen within the next 40 days. As TMZ first reported, Raquel sued Ariana and Tom Sandoval for revenge porn. She claimed Tom secretly filmed her X rated FaceTime convos while still in a relationship with Ariana. Raquel claimed Ariana found the videos on Tom's phone and showed them to others. The court denied Ariana's request to dismiss the claims. Then she lost again on appeal and is now considering taking the matter to the California Supreme Court. And then TMZ says, third time's a charm. Mm-mm. I don't know, girl. I think you might just want to let this go because it's not a good look. And I know you hurt and you scorn. Truly, I do. But, girl, especially with that, I think they are truly trying to make especially with what happened with the other Bravo girls, like the housewife, they are truly trying to make examples out of girls who share intimate things that they're not trying, and they really trying to crack down on revenge porn in the courts. I
Yeah,
truly, you trying to take this to the California Supreme Court, girl?
it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Yep.
I mean, I like you say, I know you're hurt, and maybe if it was something else, but showing intimacy as yeah, no, you can't make that work.
Yep. You tried, girl. You tried twice. And now she's considering going. So I just cannot take, look, just like a white woman, honey, cannot take no for an Hey, Moderna. Well, y'all, this next story, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to talk about this shit but it's a hot topic, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we had two stupid motherfuckers done come out who I think one is in the NBA and this one that we're going to talk about today is ex NBA. But you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, ex NBA player Royce White plans to pursue WNBA and claims to be transgender.
I hate niggas sometimes.
Would I tell you, girl? Because it's like now they want to sit here and act like they so concerned with women's sports and I Girl. Well, ex NBA player Royce White has announced he's transgender and plans to declare for the NBA 2027 draft, making him the second former pro to do so within a day. They have the video here, which we're not going to watch, but the former pro baller explained it loud and clear during a Friday interview with Fox News, saying, I'm transgender. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of professional basketball. So I will be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. Royce played three official NBA games during the 2013 and 2014 season with the Sacramento Kings and is currently a Republican candidate for U.S. Senate. He added in his announcement, I don't want to be discriminated against. I want fair treatment as someone identifying as a transgender woman athlete. Royce's comments came after his fellow NBA pro, Inez Cantor Freedom, said he was declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft after realizing all he has to do is identifying as a woman per the league's eligibility guidelines around inclusion. Article 8 of the WNBA's 2026 collective bargaining agreement reads that only players who are women are eligible to play in the WNBA, but doesn't go on to define what women are. Cantor noted, I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I'm simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone, the rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. Chatter over the transgender inclusion in the WNBA erupted after Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham said she wants to protect young girls in a locker room or young girls in a sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men last month. The Women's National Basketball Players Association later spoke out about the drama, stating, we embrace justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. Hate, abuse, and demonization of any person or group of people, including transgender people, only fuel fear, division, and harm. The WNBPA added, we will continue to have hard conversations, but we will not be used as political pawns. And remember, I'm not even gonna read this last comment because it talks about Ted Cruz ragged ass. So anyway, but yeah, girl,
That's
I,
crazy.
I, where do I begin? Like,
There's nowhere to begin. We about to lose our civil rights, and this is what these people are spending their time doing.
talking,
This is what you
talk
choose
no,
to spend your time on. Oh God.
you stupid bitches.
And I heard he was a woman abuser too. I saw somewhere where.
Oh, so right on brand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, fuck nigga. Mm. Well, if
The
you do identify, the gag is if you were to identify as a woman, we would, we would actually respect your pronouns. But you such a fuck nigga that you
Bianca. Let's hear what you got to say, Bianca.
some stupid ass shit. That's all. It's just the dumbest shit ever. People think it's funny. Excuse me. Think people think it's funny and it's not funny. It's actually really dumb. And they're diluting a message and they're creating more bullshit that we don't need. The WNPA already put out a statement. It is what it is. They told Sophie to shut the fuck up. So I don't even know why this is happening. It's almost like they are. Like they're making fun of a situation that's not funny, and I'm just not here for it.
that's exactly what they're doing, Bianca. You're absolutely right. And I love how you said diluting a message because girl, this is not done in good faith. This is doing because y'all want to jump on the transphobia train. And what pisses me off about transphobia is that the numbers show that trans people are the least populated community. Like they're only what 0.1% of the entire world, and for some reason they seem to cannot get off of these people. Like it pisses me off so bad to the point, like I said before, I want to get violent on behalf of my trans brothers and sisters. This is pissing me off.
Period. And honestly, there's not many trans men and women in sports, athletes in general. So like I just don't even know why this is even a thing. Really where it came from, it started from um MAGA and who they like to call MAGA Barbie, which I think is whack. And I just think it came from a pebble. It started as a pebble. We shouldn't have given it too much attention even then. And this just fuels the fire even more to the stupidity in which we are already trying to fight. This is almost like a fight that's been put on the plate that we just don't need right now. This is not something that should be spearheaded as these men, because this is the second one now, not the first one. This is the second one now, who has this idea of, well, since you guys are letting trans women play, then that means I'm capable. And it's like, first of all, the amount of percentage that you had from the 3 point line, you need to shut the fuck up, period. Like, you shouldn't even be in this conversation. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, again, they're adding fuel to a fire that the WNPA already tried to put out. So we've all kind of moved on from it. They said we are here for inclusivity and we're not here for hate speech and all the things. Let's move on. So let's move on. And then this just adds more fuel to the fire to kick it back up, just like MAGA loves to do. They always make something, nothing into something. And it's just, it's almost taking away from the women in sports. There were many games today, and nobody talked about that very much, but everybody had this to say. So it's just like, all right. And then, of course, it's a fucking man. So there's that.
And can you confirm? Do you know about him being abusive to women?
I wouldn't doubt it when they get out of the league because they're poor, broken, dumb, and their points didn't get them endorsement deals after the fact. Imagine that they would take out their anger on their partner.
Yeah, girl. I just Googled Moon. There's a story here by from NPR News. The headline says U.S. Senate candidate Royce White is under order to avoid ex-wife and their son over threats. So he beating the whole family allegedly. Mm, on brand. Well, that's
So
that on
he
that.
just out here trying to get relevant again, get his name in the news because he was nobody before he did this. What?
Exactly, chill. Precisely.
And I hate it because the problem is that like there's the transphobia is so rampant that it's working. Like people hate trans people so much that they giving this washed up nobody fucking attention. And just like Slayonka said, it's taken away from. I ain't even know, girl, you know I don't know sports ball, so maybe that had something to do with it. But I didn't even know there was a game today. So yeah. Well, y'all, I said I was supposed to have one more story left, but I did see another one that broke. I got a TMZ alert about the a story I wanted to go over. So we got two more stories left. So, but this next one, and I'm so glad my friend Moderna is here because we always love talking about short humans. He will absolutely not. Anybody that is shorter than a certain height, he don't even look at him. The only thing you can do is point him to your taller counterpart. But honey, this article that I have here from People, it actually shows 8 celebrities who are under 5 feet tall. So this means people who are not even 5 feet tall. And I was actually surprised at some of the people that were on this list. So
I
let's
am already disgusted. This is ridiculous.
yes, honey. Now some of these people I'm sure you won't be surprised about, but I was actually surprised at some of the folks on this list. So let's get into it, honey. So they start from like number one, they have Simone Biles, who is 4'8". So
Oh,
not
a
surprising.
queen, a
We knew
queen.
she
We
was
love
short.
her.
We do love her. Next, we have Danny DeVito, who's 4'10". That short man been look the right size for real, honey. You see, they ain't look still together after being separated. Anyway, Kristen Chenoweth, who's 4'11". Now, this I did not know. I thought she was
Fuck
a little
that
bit
MAGA
taller.
girl.
Ooh! Fuck her. Jada
Fuck her.
Pinkett Smith, 4'11".
I didn't know she was that short.
Me either. I had no idea. So I was
But
definitely
she was
surprised
smart
with this.
though, because she got with a man that was over 6 feet, honey.
Damn right. Taking all the good men's, honey. I'm tired of you short people. Let me stop. Next on the list, I don't know her, but Melissa Roach. I think she's on the Big Bang Theory, and she's four
Oh
foot
Oh,
yeah.
eleven.
yeah.
Yeah, she's tiny.
Yep. Who else? Snooki, Nicole Polizzi. We knew about her. Well, like she's famously short at 4'9". Who else? Adrian Ballon Houghton, 4'11". I was surprised at this. I did not know she was that short.
Mm.
So wash your hands, girl.
Ugh,
Um,
ugh.
and lastly, Jackie Weaver, who's 4'11". I didn't know about this one either. She just seemed her. She has such a tall personality. I always thought I would have never guessed Jackie Weaver was 4'11". But yeah, that's who people have the 8 celebrities that they know that are under 5 feet. So yeah, I
The
guess
only
shout
one
out
I
to
was
them.
surprised about was Jada.
So you weren't really surprised about Adrian?
Oh well, I guess Adrian too. I
Yeah,
guess, well,
I,
but
I guess,
she's irrelevant. The bitch don't wash her hands, so I
Ooh,
mean,
Oh God.
and we have
Auntie, I'm not
another.
disappointed by this list. I thought I was going to be disgusted, but these are all people that I wouldn't even be interested in.
They can't
So
even look at you.
yeah, I mean, short people. I'm friends with short people. I don't have a problem being a short person's friend. That has nothing to do with their personality. But if you're dating me, well, now your height is disrespectful. How dare you?
And you do not get to disrespect you.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Well, that is they say I don't want to pick you up and put you on the bed.
Okay.
When you
Imagine us sitting on the couch and your feet are dangling. What is going on? How dare you
Madonna
disrespect
can't
my
take.
furniture? Hmm?
You know what?
to be fair, because I know Maduro ain't trying to hear none of this, but to be fair, when I dated somebody who was 5'7", I was actually the one being picked up, believe it or not, in my 5'11" self. So who knows, honey? You know, he lifted
Well,
up.
hold on. I have always said that they are short, stocky men. I call them little pocket rockets. You put them right in your pocket and they rocket off. I don't want nothing to do with a pocket rocket, but they exist.
And we have a comment, gotta give you a step ladder to fuck? No.
Y'all
Well, I would just say this
oh,
much,
y'all are
Auntie
silly.
Derek does not discriminate. So, and that's all I will say.
Yes, you do. You discriminate against young people. Yes, you
O
do.
okay. Well, Auntie Derek do not discriminate, except for young people. You got to qualify for AARP if you wanna get with me.
Oh my God, child. Okay, well,
Yeah,
listen, bitch.
listen.
You know how you go to the amusement park and they have a certain height limit. You got to be taller than this to ride this ride. Well, that's what the fuck it is, baby.
Oh,
That's
and
what
this
the fuck
comment
it
in
is.
the chat got me fucked up. Talking about some girl, that whole tells the story. The only story it's telling is a nice, beautiful fairy tale, bitch. How dare you? Oh, you got me fucked up.
And Moderna and Moderna is the tall one, and I'm just like Moderna said,
And
mm-mm.
one of my friends is so funny because he's just slightly shorter than me. He's probably like 6 feet. He lives in Atlanta. I love my bitch. But every time I'd be like, "Ooh, child, you be dealing with them short men." He'd be always like, "But they could stand up in it." I'm like, "Child, you got to lay down low for them to even stand in it. What the hell is you talking about?" Absolutely the fuck not. I just, oh God, irks my nerves.
I know that's right. Well, the last story I have for us today. So it looks as if, and the reason I want to talk about this because this news actually just broke yesterday about Perez Hilton, being taken away. I didn't know he was Baker acted out there in Miami, honey. And you all should see, I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Perez Hilton remains hospitalized under Florida's Baker Act, needs surgery from injuries. Mm-mm. So let's get into it. Perez Hilton's family is sharing a major update on his well-being after his dangerous acts on a live stream earlier this week. His family told fans via his website that he is still in a Florida hospital under the Baker Act, which allows for the temporary and involuntary detention of someone who is experiencing a severe mental health crisis. They added, his communication has been extremely limited and confined to immediate family, medical providers, and others directly involved in his care. His family shared on Thursday they were able to make contact with him, which gave them hope. The family described Perez's condition as serious but stable, adding he experienced significant blood loss and sustained additional injuries that will require surgery in the coming days. They continued, his treatment and recovery will be a long process. We are grateful that Perez was able to spend time with his mother and sister yesterday. They signed off on the official update by imploring that people respect the family's privacy, including his three minor kids, who said they are safe. As TMZ reported, Perez scared fans when he began live streaming on TikTok and appeared to harm himself repeatedly. He was swiftly transported to a hospital to be treated for his injuries. His kids, niece, and sister were present as his crisis began, but family whisked them away from his home once they realized he was in the midst of a severe crisis. And then TMZ ends with if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Hmm.
I have a question. Do we know what he was doing? Was he like cutting himself or something?
That's what I understand because I didn't see the live stream, but I understand that it was actually my baby sister that told me he was cutting himself. So yep, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, we have a comment
Yeah.
saying, "Girl, I haven't heard his name this much in years." And if the title of the next
Okay.
article that contains his name doesn't include "Dead at 48," I'm not interested. Oh my god.
Oh wow. When I tell you Hammy is something fierce.
Oh
Mm-mm-mm.
god. No, but look, when I tell you, baby, that history of
Mm-hmm.
problematic anti-blackness, misogyny, baby, Perez Ben
Mm-hmm.
Hilton, and for him to sit here and expect sympathy and say, "Oh, can you respect our?" Now we definitely gonna respect the kids' privacy because we know for sure they ain't got shit to do with you and your raggedy ass. They won't even hear when you was here, pretty much making the world a less better place. So this is
Was
why you
he
see
in a relationship when he got these kids, or did he get them on his own?
don't give me the line, girl,
I
Oh.
because
think he
anybody that
paid for someone to have them. I think I read,
Mm.
you know,
yeah, because I don't know who could wake up every day to that face, honey. I just
yeah, he paid for
willingly.
someone to have those children, I guess by IVF or whatever, and then give it to him.
Shit, I
Mm-mm.
don't even know who could lay down next to that face every night. The hell?
Okay. And we have a comment saying, "Fuck his racist ass." Exactly, because baby, if you looking here for, like I said, what was it yesterday? If the only thing standing between me and $1 million is sympathizing with Perez Hilton, baby, I just lost $1 million. Unfortunately, that easy $1 million I just lost because that's not easy for me. I have no sympathy for this jackass. Well, y'all, that was actually all the tea that I have for us on this wonderful Saturday. So before we head out and before I wish you all a fabulous weekend, did anybody have any tea that they wanted to share or any tea that I might have missed? I know we covered a lot
Um,
today.
also had with that Andrew Gillum stuff, child. That was
Mm.
oof, child. But the Nicole Kidman one, that was really delightful. I love that he is suffering. I love it.
Yeah, yes, I hope to hear more of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Zoom tight.
I appreciate that. I did have something to bring up. There was a game today against the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, and Dejanay Carrington fouled Sophie Cunningham. They called a foul and they blew the whistle, and then they upgraded it to not a flagrant one, but a flagrant two, which means she gets ejected out of the game.
Huh?
However, when the foul happened and Sophie Cunningham got her ass up off that floor, she actually threw a hit and to Dejanay and did make contact, not full contact, but it was very physical. And nothing happened to her. There was no call. There was nothing of some sort. So, of any sort of call or consequence. So when Dejanay went into the back to go sit because she was ejected out of the game, she went on threads and said white privilege. And so I just wanted to acknowledge her. She bopped
Wow.
her in the head for all trans people. Amen. And in Jesus' name. And I just hope that, they relook at that because they did tag Adam Silver, who's the commissioner of the NBA. MNBA, and Kathy of the WNBA, and let them know, that the last time Sophie did the same exact thing and it was considered a common foul. So
Mm-hmm.
people are speculating that that's what they're saying about white privilege, is that she
Right.
did the same thing. Dejanay was going after the ball. She just happened to bop her in the head. Okay, cool. And she fell, all of the things, cool. But Sophie did the same exact thing about a few games ago and nothing happened. She was not ejected. It was not a flagrant and any of that. It was technically considered a regular common foul. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That's going to be a big deal in the next couple of days, also, because it blew up today.
Did you see the foul?
I did,
You thought?
and
Did you think it was just in going for the ball?
yes, and but I also think if they would have upgraded it to a flagrant one, I could understand, but not a
Right.
flagrant two. It wasn't that
It wasn't
serious.
an ejection type of
No,
foul.
it was not ejection worthy whatsoever. Not at
Right.
all. And that's just, and I'm going to tell you, that's just basketball. I'm not even talking about Sophie. I could care less about Sophie. But
Right.
if it wasn't Sophie, let's say it was Asia, I would have
Anybody.
still. I would have still considered that if they were to upgrade it from a common foul to a flagrant one, I would have been okay with that. But it still was not. It was not eject worthy at all.
Right.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, thank you for
Speaking
that
of,
answer.
yes, and shout out to you, Bianca, for calling that out. Speaking of basketball, wait, let me try to scroll through the things. Did y'all talk about uh Big Ellie?
Mm-mm.
Oh yes. Okay. Well, if you haven't seen, Big Ellie is the mascot for New York Liberty, I
Yeah.
believe.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Big Ellie is a bad bitch. Well, she just did a performance to Morning Dew by Beyonce and went the hell off in that stadium
Big
arena.
Alley showing out already.
Big Ellie
Yes.
was showing out to the
To
Morning
the
Dew,
point
honey.
where I questioned whether Beyonce was there or not, because I was like, "Is Beyonce there?" Because this was
Girl,
a
hello.
concert.
But let me tell you, after seeing that twerk, I said, I think it's the family member auntie up in Big Alley, honey. I think it's one of the children.
You
I
think? You
think
think
so.
so?
Oh,
I
I'm
think
like,
it's
honey,
I
I will bet
love.
money
F
there's
A
actually
G, honey. I
that's a
think it's
white
one
gay,
of
honey. I
them.
think it's, you know.
I love
Hmm.
how nobody knows who Big Ellie is.
I
I'm not
know.
gonna lie to you. Moderna, I may have considered when Ellie first came out that you were underneath that elephant head. I'm not gonna lie to you, honey. It was giving all the things. I thought about it.
Yes. Yes.
I
It's
thought
So
about
giving the things,
if
honey.
I had to take a guess, I think it's actually a white gay who can dance really well because you know how like no, because you know, baby, when it comes to black gays, they we most of us can dance really well, but
Yes.
white gays, even if they can dance really well, there's usually like they're like a split second off beat, and to me, Ellie usually seems a split second off beat, so I think it's a white gay under that suit.
you
Mm.
know,
Okay.
can
You
I
got
tell
to
you
see the
something,
twerk
Auntie?
from yesterday. I think it was yesterday. You
Can
got
I
to
tell
see the
you
twerk from
something?
yesterday.
What?
Real quick,
Mhm.
I'm with you when you're right, but I have to disagree with you on this one. And the reason why she's actually a step behind is because she doesn't have an earpiece in her ear, so she's
Yeah.
actually moving to the music that's in the arena, and it echoes a little
At an
bit.
echo.
So
Yeah.
she gets the echo sound, and not what's coming out, what we hear on TV.
Right.
Just so you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's just,
thank you
but
for
I
that.
don't believe whoever is under there is a white gay man, honey. I do not believe that.
Mm-mm. I don't either. And
Mm-mm.
Auntie, if you go back and look at the twerk, um, you'll see there's a certain move that is done where I'm like, this is typical of a gay of color. This is giving black gay, but it could be, a person of color, but the move is very typical of our community versus
Yeah.
the
I would
white
agree.
gays.
I would agree.
Agreed.
Hmm. Yeah.
Agreed. I've been watching Nelly from day one, and I believe that whoever she is, I think is extraordinary even outside of the elephant costume. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
honestly, it's just so big. You know what I mean? It's just the personality without having to say a word, but the personality and all that movement
Hmm. She's
is
made
it's
Ellie
just
a
extraordinary.
icon.
Absolutely.
Hmm. As
Absolutely.
a mascot, she's
That has to
iconic.
be a black gay man. It has to be.
It
And I
it
love it.
There's no way it could be
I love it.
anyone else.
We gonna find out one day. We gonna see who under that costume.
one
And
day we gonna find out.
Ellie, you know, girl, if you listening, send me an email at auntie@auntiedare.com and let us know what you are.
And truth be told, Sparky was one of the very first mascots, but he ain't doing it like Ellie. And then
Oh
now
no,
you
who
have,
is?
yeah, and now
Anybody?
you have Violet from the Valkyries. She didn't came along. And then I know Chicago has a new mascot, but I don't know her name.
Hmm.
And I feel like, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I feel like she is trying really hard now. That I do believe is a gay white man.
Hmm.
It's just
Ellie
the
is
difference
raising the
of
bar
motion.
for mascots. She's really raising the bar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why Violet, I feel like, came out because they did a whole thing for her. They actually had her in an egg for a few days while they were doing the announcement of the new team. And then they had the egg cracked and they did this whole reveal about her coming out of this egg. And then, boom, she popped out at the, at the game. And it was a whole grandioso thing, which I appreciated.
Yeah, yeah.
However, they were talking about Ellie and Violet being homegirls, so I thought that was cute. And then they have a couple of other mascots that are in the W who are male, not female looking. And so during the All Star weekend, we didn't really touch on this, but during the All Star weekend, they took like a group photo. They interacted with each other, and then all of a sudden, a couple little storylines started popping up, which I think is funny and amazing. So I appreciated that as well. I think it's a good look.
It's definitely fun. It's definitely fun to watch, and keeps people entertained.
Well, speaking of keeping people, can't even talk, child. Speaking of keeping people entertained, I don't know why the hell that took me there. Probably because I need to go smoke something. But anyway, um, I want to thank y'all. Because we normally don't meet at this time. So thank y'all for even stopping by, taking time out of your busy schedule to do so. Sending a special thank you to Katrina, who chatted with us at the first half of the show. Girl, thank you so much for stopping by. We had a wonderful conversation. And we will be back on Monday starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com, hit that big green subscribe button at the top left, and join my free mailing list. And until Monday, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.